What if I told you that I spent 100 hours sat next to this lake and in that time managed to get one bite? Well, it's true, and a bit later on in this video I'll show you what happened when the rod finally tore off with the fish on the end. Right now though, I'm back at the lake that has proven to be incredibly tricky for me over the years. I'm feeling confident though on this session because the sun is finally out in the sky, it's getting warmer. We'll see what happens over the next 24 hours. My brother had joined me for this session, meaning more rods in the water and hopefully more chance of catching another big carp. So the guy who actually owns this lake, he was telling me just the other day that he started digging this lake himself with his own digger when he was younger than I am now. Back then it was just a little ditch, it was a reedy, silty ditch, and then he extended it, dug it deeper, and built this beautiful lake that you see here. And he never put in any big fish. I don't think he ever stocked anything big. He put in little baby carp, and whether it's the water quality, the natural food, I don't really know what it is, but those fish have grown incredibly. What was that fish you caught? The little scaly thing?
Yeah, I caught it was about 3 pounds about 4 years ago.
It wasn't a big carp. It was tiny actually, and they just grow in here because I think it was about a week or two ago.
That same fish was caught, wasn't it?
The same one. And now it's a proper 20-pound plus beauty. And you just think, that's in like 4 years. What's that fish going to be in another 4 years or 10 years, you know? Spending time here, watching the water, catching the carp from here, definitely reaffirms the fact that I really want to have a lake when I'm older. Like, that's my dream. I know I'll probably never have the money or the space or the land or a digger, but one day I dream that I'll have a little lake like this. Before dreams of lakes can become a reality, we're learning a lot while setting up our koi pond at home. Just recently we constructed a wooden cover to hide our filter return pipe. This also doubles up as somewhere to display a little cherry tree. We've also prepared the water for fish by priming our filter with beneficial bacteria. Bet you didn't expect it to be luminous blue. We'll be stocking our koi into their new home soon, so keep your eyes out for that video in the future.
Oh no. I thought he was going to do it then. Seen any fish?
I can't see anything. The sun is blinding me completely.
It's quite bright actually, isn't it?
Extremely bright.
Yeah, I think that's probably why you need one of these.
Oh, what have you got there, Carl?
That was the most fake stage thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
What have you got there, Carl?
That's a beautiful hat, I have to say. Oh, it fits me perfectly.
Yeah.
That's not really doing anything either, is it?
No, that doesn't. I don't know why people wear hats that way around.
Well, because when the sun is behind you, if
Oh,
I was sitting,
sorry, yeah.
if I was looking into my video, and I didn't want to get my neck burnt,
You can buy them, by the way.
www.carlandalex.com. No.
.co.uk. At least get the web address right.
/store.
Other models are available.
I'm the model today. We've got the baseball cap, and then we've got a 5-panel, but I think I look a bit silly in a 5-panel. What do you think?
Yeah, you're not cold enough, mate.
As water temperatures were still cold, I just fished with small PVA bags of bait, rather than chucking in loads of food. The fish clearly weren't feeding hard, but signs of spring were all around us, and we felt hopeful of catching something.
It is proper beautiful down here. Look at the scenery. It's probably one of my favourite places to fish.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Scenery wise.
Scenery wise.
So peaceful.
Oh, fish just swirled over there on the bar.
Oh crumbs, yeah, I see that.
Scenery wise, fishing wise, it's pretty good as well. And also, for me, seeing the wildlife is also one of the highlights for me.
What wildlife have you even seen? I've seen nothing.
I saw a heron earlier. It was on the far side.
Whoa, dude, a heron. A grey common heron.
Yep.
Anything else?
I saw a terrapin. I'm not even joking.
Terrapin?
It was sat in the sun up there. It was like just underneath the surface.
Do you think you get a terrapin on your trail camera? That's unlikely.
I mean,
given that it's in a forest.
Yeah, my trail camera that I put up in the woods a few weeks ago has been sat there for
a few weeks.
Funny that. And I actually collected it just the other day to see what I got, and it was quite exciting. I think I probably got maybe a little too overexcited by seeing what I captured in the forest. Whoa, we've got so many shots last night. No way, badger!
Wait, there's actually a badger?
There's a badger!
Oh mate, I didn't expect that.
Well, we already got a little glimpse from looking at the small screen on here. But I'm going to take it home and look at it on the big screen and see in detail what we captured over the last week. Right, here goes. Let's check out some of the footage. Well, that's great. Another great shot. Well, this is going fabulously. Oh wow, first bit of action, someone's dog. It's really cool because it switches from colour in the day to using the infrared flash in the night, and it does that automatically. So in the night you've got a black and white image, and in the day you've got colour. It's so clever. Wow. There's a robin, I think. So this was only on the second night. Something runs through the shot. Then that must be a badger. Squirrel just went up the tree. What is that dog doing? It's losing its mind with a stick. I think it was about the third or fourth night, and I decided to try something. So I got a massive sack of peanuts and I scattered some around the area. Oh yes, we got a fox. I didn't even realise foxes ate peanuts. Wow, that actually worked. I think this is really exciting because we don't normally see these animals close up. If you see a fox, it's normally either dead in the middle of the road or it's a long way from where you are, because they're pretty spooky animals. But here I can get a clear view and watching a fox relaxed in its natural environment. I'm so glad I got this. I was beginning to think that it was maybe a bit of a waste, and I was also scared that it was going to get stolen in the woods, but no, I've got some footage with it, and that's made it all worthwhile. No way, no way, no way, no way. That's the badger. So this was last night. It's actually surprising how much crazy stuff you get. We had that camera in those woods for only a couple of weeks, and there was badgers and foxes, squirrels. My plan with the trail camera now is to try and capture some more footage. And I've actually got a friend who lives on a farm, and he allowed me to use his woodland, and me and him went there the other day. We found a huge network of tunnels, a badger set, which had definitely been used recently. So I placed the camera on a tree, we set it up, turned it on, and it's been there for a few days now, and I'm going to leave it there for a while and see what we can capture on that. Hopefully plenty more exciting footage, so stay tuned for some of that in our upcoming videos.
So with the trail camera, you just set it up and then leave it and then come back and see if you got anything?
Yeah, it's insane. The battery life is like a year, so you can just leave. You could just leave it there.
Kind of like the fishing, really.
Yeah, it is.
You just cast the rod in and then you leave it and then you wait and you wait and wait. And in my case, nothing really happens until it does happen.
Is it going to happen tonight?
No, I think
Are we going to catch a big one?
I'm feeling confident. Look at the look how warm it is.
It's really warm. Yeah, I've been in a jumper, haven't needed the coat today. It's been really, really nice. Spring is finally here.
So dinner today with Chef Alex is this beautiful. What is it?
Noodles. Singapore style curry egg noodles.
Nice.
Some that I prepared earlier.
What do you mean you prepared earlier?
Well, you know, harvested some carrots from the vegetable patch, cut up some herbs and spices, put them in a pot, secured it with a...
And then you
sealed
sold it in
lid.
Tesco. Something doesn't really add up with this story. Is there nothing to harvest from your vegetable patch yet then?
Well, currently it's very early and nothing's grown yet. But the other day I was actually planting it up. And there we have it, the potatoes are in the ground. I think they take around 100 days, but I'm looking forward to it because I absolutely love roast potatoes on a Sunday afternoon. But for now, Carl, unfortunately, we're gonna have to eat pot noodle.
Not that bad.
It's not, it's all right.
Nice sunset, isn't it?
Oh, it was a lovely evening down here at the lake. Be even more lovely if we caught one, but we'll see. This particular lake has been quite tricky for me of late. When I first joined the lake and Alex and I first did a bit of time on here, we did quite well. We were catching 2, maybe 3 fish each session. That though was 4 or 5 years ago. And when I started again on here last autumn, things were quite different. The fish have grown immensely. You know, some of the fish that I was catching then at mid-20s are now upper 30s and even 40 pounders in some cases. And as the fish have grown, they've also seemed to get way harder to catch, like they've really wised up. Now the thing with carp fishing is that it's not guaranteed. If you're fishing for big fish and small numbers of those big fish, it's going to be tricky. And I'd been blanking for quite a while, hadn't caught one for a good long while, but last week we had a couple of days where it got a little bit warmer, the sun was out, and I just thought I've got to get back down the farm pond and just do a day session. Even if I'm just down there for a few hours, you've got to be in it to win it. And I came down, dropped the rods in, put a rod out down to the left of the swim which I was actually set up, and I had 2 rods out where I was sat, and then one just in a gap in the reeds a little bit further down. And the rod must have been in the water about 10 minutes. The fish held really deep during the fight, didn't get a glimpse of it for quite a while, and I knew that it had to be something pretty decent. Finally, I've hooked something. Oh, that's good. That's a good fish. That's not small. Eventually I got it in the net, and I couldn't quite tell like just how big it was because it'd been a long time since I'd caught a decent carp. And especially out of here, you know, it had been many sessions, and I worked out it was over 100 hours of fishing it took to get that bite. Well, I've been waiting long enough, but it's finally happened. I've got myself one of the carp out of this lake. An absolutely amazing carp. This one actually weighed 34 pounds, which is quite incredible because when I caught this fish last, at least I think it's this one, it was back in 2016, and it literally weighed like 16 or 17 pounds. I'll compare the photos and put the two together and see if it's definitely the same one, but if it is the same fish, it's doubled in size. Wow. Some people have asked us recently why we don't go into more details about the rigs, tactics and baits we use in these videos, and that's because we've actually got 2 different channels. The main channel, this one, is all about our lives, our adventures, the fishing trips we go on and sharing them with you guys. However, some people want to know more. They want to learn exactly how we tie the rigs and how to catch more fish themselves, and that's where our second channel, Fishing Tutorials, comes in. I've put a link to that channel in the description. Definitely go and check it out if you want to learn more about the species that you target, the rigs and baits that we use to go and catch them. Hopefully they help you, and we'll see you guys soon.